Not everything makes the final cut of a video game. Sometimes the developers leave things hidden in the code because it got scrapped halfway through development or because they just want an extra thing for you to find later. This can come in the forms of many things, but my favorite and the most interesting are hidden characters. Hidden characters are a lot like when you look through your emails and suddenly find something interesting in your spam folder.
Holy shit, I just won €1,000,000! Super Mario 64 was the first mainline game in the Mario franchise to not include Luigi. Keen-eyed fans, though, noticed something. In the castle courtyard, there was a statue that had a plaque on it. The texture was very low resolution, but they could just about make out the infamous sentence, L is real, 2401.
This L, of course, meant Luigi, and this had to be some sort of clue to unlock him.
Rumors quickly spread that 2,401 was the amount of coins in the game, and that once you collected all of them, you could come back to the statue and unlock Luigi.
The main problem with this theory is that there wasn't 2,401 coins. There was 2,090. It's close, but not enough to unlock Luigi.
There was another rumor that suggested that you had to run around the fountain 2,401 times to unlock him. 2,401. God damn it, Luigi. Eventually, the general public was allowed to play as Luigi in Super Mario 64, but on the DS.
It's just not the same.
Luckily for us, though, 24 years and 1 month after Super Mario 64 was originally released, the source code got leaked. People quickly found that buried among the files was Luigi's model, finally proving that L is real.
Another example of an inaccessible hidden character hidden in the game's files is in the Sonic the Hedgehog spin-off game, Knuckles Chaotix.
By entering a stage select code, you can gain access to a character whose name is 10 asterisks. He has the appearance of a white Knuckles, thus leading the community to name him Weknia? Weknia being a combination of white and echidna. Crazy work though naming him after the color he is.
I'd hate to see what the Sonic community would do if they saw a person with albinism.
Touching the floor while playing as Weknia will cause the game to freeze. Interestingly, Weknia appears second in the list of selectable characters, after Mighty. In prototypes that were found for the game, Weknia had the ability to fly. Weknia is what remains of Tails, and this is further proof that Knuckles Chaotix evolved from Sonic Crackers, a prototype Sonic game that was leaked onto the internet. Sonic, of course, would have been in the first slot in this game before they repurposed the sprites for Mighty. Tails, however, wasn't repurposed, leading to what we now know as Weknia.
In The Simpsons Hit and Run on PC, you can enter a cheat code to be able to change what character you're playing as in a level. Not only does this include every character from the story, but it also includes every NPC in the game.
For some reason, there's also an unused Agnes Skinner model. What makes this even funnier is that there's a mission where you have to destroy Principal Skinner's car. This car model has Agnes in it, but when you destroy the car, only Skinner pops out, meaning you just straight up murder an old woman. Agnes Skinner also has dialogue for being hit by a car, avoiding it, and being kicked, which are all left unused in the final game.
In LEGO Star Wars The Complete Saga, there are certain characters hidden in the customizer for you to make, the most well-known being Santa Claus. But upon getting 100% in the game, you unlock parts for Saesee Tiin and Asajj Ventress.
Continuing with the theme of hidden characters in LEGO Star Wars is LEGO Star Wars 3 The Clone Wars. The first level of this game is the Geonosian Arena from Episode 2 of Star Wars. Here you'll get to play as exclusive variants of Obi-Wan, Anakin, and Padme.
Oh yeah! Gotta love that LEGO Geonosian Arena Padme.
You don't unlock these costumes for the characters, but it is possible to find them walking around the Venator. Another hidden character in LEGO Star Wars 3 is Savage Opress, Darth Maul's brother. He can only be unlocked through using the cheat code Mellow7.
What makes this more interesting is that this game was being made while Season 3 of the Clone Wars was being released. So the game only covers Season 1 and 2. They put in this cheat code so that you could unlock Savage Opress without them spoiling anything. The WWE Games online community have been living off of hidden characters for a couple of years now. Every game they have a whole bunch of characters inaccessible in the normal modes, and modders will find a way to upload them to community creations for people playing on any device to download.
The most interesting of these being Brock Lesnar and Vince McMahon, both of which were removed from 2K24 during development because of the Janelle Grant lawsuit.
I am so happy that I know that Vince McMahon has a shit fetish and that Brock Lesnar has a piss kink. Thanks for being horrible people, guys. I appreciate this knowledge greatly.
It makes sense that these two had to be removed, but due to the game's showcase mode focusing on 40 years of WrestleMania, they couldn't remove any of them fully, leaving Brock completely intact because of Showcase and My Rise, and Mr. McMahon with his commentary lines, entrance music, and trons removed, just sitting in the files.
Brock and Vince did have locks on them to ensure they couldn't be uploaded by modders. But the community quickly discovered that if you purchased the 40 Years of WrestleMania DLC, you'd be able to download both Vince and 2 versions of Brock Lesnar.
This oversight is due to the fact that the DLC is supposed to give you every character in the 40 Years of WrestleMania mode, and since Brock and Vince were locked behind it, this removes their locks too.
An older example of a hidden character in a WWF game is in SmackDown 2 Know Your Role. In 2000, the wrestler Big Show was sent back to developmental and was cut from all the games releasing at the time, No Mercy and SmackDown 2. Despite this, if you were playing SmackDown 2 during a Royal Rumble match, there was a random chance that he could just show up anyway. He would show up with his model and moveset completely intact, but would have the name Unknown. The same went for Ken Shamrock, who left the company at the time, despite still being fully playable in the No Mercy video game, after purchasing him with 50,000 in-game currency. Pokemon X and Y are no stranger to scrapped content. This includes the Pokemon of the former King of the Kalos region, AZ's Floette.
Game data exists for AZ's Floette, despite the fact that you were never able to obtain it. Floette is normally your average middle stage Pokemon, but AZ's Floette has higher stats than a regular Floette, can't evolve, and can't breed. AZ's Floette also has a signature move that it learns at level 50 called Light of Rune.
This move is not obtainable on any other Pokemon, even over a decade after the game's release.
AZ's Floette can even be found in the game's code to this day, even in newer games like Scarlet and Violet. This is especially odd because they don't put every Pokemon in every game anymore.
Hopefully Pokemon ZA will include AZ's Floette, because it might just be our last hope. One of Pokemon's more well-known hidden characters has to be Mew in Generation 1.
The story of Mew's inclusion is that at the end of the game's development, they found that they had some space left on the cartridge when the debugging process had been completed. They were told not to add anything else, and then Mew was programmed into the game by Shigeki Morimoto anyway, without Nintendo knowing.
This is the reason for why Mew was last in the Pokédex, appearing even after Mewtwo.
Mew was officially revealed to the public in a 1996 issue of Koro Koro released a little under 2 months after the game. The knowledge that there was another Pokemon in the game sprouted one of the most infamous gaming urban legends and playground rumors of all time, that Mew could be found under the truck near the SSN. He was not.
The only way to obtain Mew in Generation 1 was from a giveaway where they would put him onto your cartridge. Or the easier option, cheating.
Due to the large amount of bugs found in Generation 1, you can obtain Mew through a needlessly complicated process that I'm not sure how anyone found.
That's all the hidden characters I wanted to talk about today. If you think I should have spoke about any others, let me know in the comments. But I should probably get back to my million big ones.
Here comes the money.
All I have to do is send a Nigerian prince my credit card details. I'd be a fool not to. I'm broke.